I'm Miss Frietch, and I'm going to show you how to do a friendship bracelet using the 4-knot. This is something very easy and simple that you can do at home, or you can do it while you're watching TV or listening to other people. It's just something kind of fun. What you'll need is embroidery thread, something soft. It's not going to chafe or rub on your skin too hard, and it also will last quite long. And you need some scissors to cut your thread and a clip. So I have 5, well, at least 4. I like to use 5 just because it kind of gives it a little bit of width. So we're going to do about a yard of each string and pick out whatever colors that you want. I just think these colors look pretty together. And cut about the same length. Try not to make them knot because knots are bad with this. Oh no, that's okay. Alright. We'll set that one aside so we don't mess that one up. My jacket's measure, cut, measure, and cut. Okay, so now what we're going to do is lengthen them out, and we're going to try to get them all the same length to tie them off. You just make a simple tie around your finger, nothing fancy. Get all of them through the knot. And pull tight. And get all of them through. Well, one of them didn't go through, that's okay. We'll get it to go through. There we go. Okay. So we have our string here. And we're going to cut all the ends again to make them even. Go by your shortest. And then there we go. So I'm going to clip this to this bar here. That way we can keep it tight. It's not going to go anywhere. We don't have to worry about it. And we're going to use our hands to make the loom. So on my 5 strings here, I'm going to pull them apart. Don't mind my stained hands. And keep one to where we're going to use that one to use it as the weft. And we're going to create our warp with our fingers. So you see I'm just holding on to the blue string with my thumb on top of my index, putting the green in between my index and my middle, and put the yellow one in between my middle and my ring finger, and then the purple one between my ring finger and my pinky. And now we have a loom. What we're going to do here, we're going to keep it tight. You don't want to have it loose. You're going to use your thumb, take that first string, and create a 4. And you're going to loop it underneath, loop it back around your first string, and pull it tight. And that'll create your first knot. You want to do it again around that first string, and it's going to create a second knot. And what this is going to do is going to make it to where it's a diagonal pattern. So after your first string, after doing 2 knots on your first string, you're going to go to your second string, go around your thumb, underneath the string, over the second string again, and we're going to pull. So around the thumb, underneath second, pull over the second, and pull. Alright, after that we're going to keep going with this pink string here. Go underneath the third string, the yellow one. Same thing, pull it tight. Now if you get a little loose, just hold on to it tight, it's okay. Might help if you wrap it around your hand. We're going to do it again. 2 there, so now I'm going to go down to the purple one here. Oh. I'm going to go underneath it and around and pull. Around my thumb, underneath it, around, and pull. Okay, so now we're at the end. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to hold this pink string with our pinky, unwrap our strings, pull this out, and we're going to hold this with our thumb. Okay, we're going to move all the strings up one. So this green's now going to go on top of my index. The yellow is now going to go in between my index and my middle. The purple will now go in between my middle and my ring finger, and the pink will stay in between my ring finger and my pinky. And now we have the blue string. And just again, before we start, to make sure we do this, because I didn't do this when I started off and now created a problem, we're going to wrap that around tightly, so that way these stay tight. So I would take this blue string, wrap it around my thumb again, go underneath this green string, create that 4, and pull. You can do that twice. Go underneath the green, create the 4, and pull. And you're going to keep going until you have all these strings done twice. A fun thing about friendship bracelets that I just recently learned was a Native American tradition was to give this to somebody, and they were to wear it continuously, and they were granted one wish, and once that friendship bracelet fell off naturally on its own, their wish was supposed to be granted. So I thought that was kind of neat. And friendship bracelets are supposed to be something fun that you can give to your friends. Now I'm at the end again. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to hold this with my pinky, the blue string, unwrap, pull this out, and we're going to hold it on the top here with my thumb and my index, move the yellow up, move the purple up, move the pink up, and we're going to keep that blue where it's at. Now we're going to wrap, and now we start with the green. Go around your thumb, underneath it, over, and pull. You can see here on top, I'm having a diagonal pattern happening, even though there's only a couple strings. Sometimes it gets a little bit difficult. Just readjust, start back over. 1, 2. You can do more than 2 if you want, but doing 2 at least makes it to where you can see the diagonal better. Just you got to keep track of how many that you're doing now. 1 and 2. And we are at the end again. So unravel, move everything up. Oh, my embroidery thread starts to come apart. That's okay. If yours happens like that, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. So grab the blue here. Keep that green. Wrap it around, and we're ready to start the next one. Around the thumb, under and over the string, pull it, and just keep going until you're at the end again. You notice how I'm kind of moving my hands back and forth? That's to keep that string tight when I'm about to go around. If it helps you to move, that's okay. and I'm at the end yet again. So see how we're keeping tight, and you want to keep that tight so that way the string underneath doesn't show. That is the basic pattern to do this bracelet. So I'm going to keep going with my bracelet here, and I'm going to show you how to tie it off at the end.